We're here with another twist by Tiga Tactics. Here with Guru Steve. He's also the owner of Keen Edge Knives. How did you get interested in martial arts in the first place?
Well, my father, when I was a boy, was a black belt in judo, and passed a little bit of it on to me. He wouldn't let me study. He was afraid I'd beat up my brother. When I got married, I started studying. I studied judo first, moved into kung fu. All that time, I was studying under Kusan Oda, Japanese swordsmith. I had been in blacksmith in college. When I moved out of Denver, I started studying traditional Korean Aikido. I've studied under Michael Janich, martial blade concepts. I still study with him every Wednesday night. But my true love is Kuntao Silat. In '86, I introduced Phil, and he completely changed my view of how self-defense and martial arts work. It's amazing to start training with artists that had no ego.
How did you transition from just training in the martial arts to making martial arts blades?
Well, I had been a bladesmith for several years, and I was taking my handmade knives to martial arts events such as this. And the practitioners and instructors started asking for nicely made, realistic-looking training knives.
What are some basic techniques that you would give people to stay safe on the streets?
Train realistically, I'd say, would be the first and foremost thing, but train frequently with something that resembles what you carry, but also train with what you anticipate encountering in a hostile situation. And that could be anything from a chef's knife to a machete to an axe to, but the most common would be a small folding knife size because it's easily concealed.
What are some common mistakes that people make on the street?
Not being situationally aware. You know, how they carry themselves, what they're looking like, if they're looking furtive, are they making grooming motions, are they checking for witnesses, can you see both hands, that sort of thing. That's the mistakes, because that's what opens the door to becoming a victim.
What are some tips you can give everyday folks about knowing how to treat themselves if they're injured or other people?
Really the key, the thing that will save lives is stopping the bleeding. You only have a short time to do that, so learning to use direct pressure, and elevation, and pressure points, and tourniquets and stop cloth and those sort of things is absolutely essential, because it may be you that you're treating. You could be the victim of a violent crime or just even a kitchen accident. You can take a control the bleed class. You can also take a wilderness EMT course. There's a lot of good information on YouTube. Almost all hospitals have a trauma education outreach coordinator, and they put on free classes throughout the communities. There's all sorts of education out there that's free.
And we watch a lot of movies, and people get stabbed once and then they just fall down and die. How realistic is that?
That's not realistic. I've been in prisons all over the Front Range of Colorado, including Supermax. I've transported patients that have been stabbed 82 times, and he lived.
Wow.
Stabbing is not an efficient way to stop a fight. It is not an efficient way to stop an attack. So a puncture wound is often going to seal itself. The bleeding will continue inside, but it can be less than fatal if treated properly. The wounds that are the most dangerous to us are those that debilitate us, that attack the mobility. So you have the bicep tendon, the flexor tendons, the tricep tendons, the quadricep, all the things that Michael Janich teaches in martial blade concepts and counterblade concepts. These things are fight stoppers, but they don't necessarily take the life. But learning where to apply pressure, if you have a bad cut in this area, they can bleed freely. But the artery is right between the bicep and the tricep, and it can be crushed, and the bleeding can be staunched to the point where you can control it long enough for them to get into surgery and repair. So this is a life-saving thing. What I'm doing to your arm right now would stop the bleeding from a major arterial bleed right here. I could also put my hand on the wound site as well.
I feel that pressure in my blood. I can feel my blood flowing differently.
Your hand will go cold.
Yeah.
You can do your research and learn. There's a lot of good books. Get educated. The education will save your life.
There you go, straight from an expert who's seen it happen. Check out more videos, including our interview with Michael Janich, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you like that video, smash that thumbs up. Please subscribe.
That's right, and comment below, like it, hate it, have any questions, we'll get right back to you.